Imagine being able to walk into a room and instantly know who's nervous, who's confident, who's interested, and who's hiding something. Sounds like mind reading, right? Well, it's not magic, it's body language. And in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you how to decode anyone's body language in seconds. Stick around, because these tips might just change how you see the world and how the world sees you. Most of what we communicate isn't in the words we say, but in the silent signals we send with our body, face, and movements. In fact, research suggests over 70% of communication is nonverbal. That means learning to read body language is like unlocking a hidden superpower. You'll start to see the conversations happening underneath the conversations, the truths that people try to hide, and the feelings they don't even know they're showing. It's a game changer for your career, your relationships, and yourself. This is the place where psychology meets real life. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of body language, the science of reading people instantly. We're going to break down the signals, from the obvious to the subtle, and turn you into a pro at understanding what people are really thinking and feeling. By the end of this video, you won't just hear what people say, you'll see it. So get ready to level up your social intelligence. Let's start simple. Body language is a mix of posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Think of it as a silent conversation happening alongside spoken words. For instance, an open posture, where your arms are uncrossed and your body is facing forward, communicates openness and confidence. It says, "I'm here, I'm engaged, and I have nothing to hide." On the flip side, crossed arms or legs often create a barrier, signaling defensiveness or discomfort. It's like putting up a physical do not disturb sign. Now, think about engagement. When someone leans forward while you're talking, they're showing interest. Their body is literally moving closer to you and your ideas. But if they lean back, they might be creating distance, signaling disengagement or even disagreement. These are the fundamental building blocks, the ABCs of nonverbal communication. Once you start noticing these basic cues, you'll be amazed at how much people are telling you without saying a single word. Okay, so how do you decode a person in seconds? It's not about catching every single twitch. It's about knowing where to look. Focus on these 3 zones for the fastest, most accurate read. First, the face. Look for micro-expressions. These are tiny, split-second emotional flashes that reveal a person's true feelings before they have a chance to mask them. We'll get deeper into those in a minute. Second, check the torso and posture. Are they open and relaxed, or are they closed off and tense? An open torso suggests comfort and confidence, while a closed-off, hunched posture can indicate insecurity or stress. And finally, the hands and feet. These are often the most honest parts of the body because people pay less attention to controlling them. For example, you might see someone smiling and saying all the right things, but their foot is tapping nervously under the table. That little tap is leaking their true anxiety. The body almost always reveals the truth. Now let's uncover the secrets of expressive faces, because this is where the most telling clues are found. Let's talk eyebrows. Raised eyebrows often mean surprise or disbelief. If you tell someone a wild story and their brows shoot up, they're genuinely taken aback. Furrowed brows, on the other hand, suggest worry or deep concentration. They're processing something complex or troubling. And the eyes, they're not just windows to the soul. They're billboards for our emotional state. Rapid blinking can be a dead giveaway for stress or lying. And what about dilated pupils? If someone's pupils get bigger while looking at you, it can signal strong interest or even attraction. Of course, lighting plays a role, but in a stable environment, it's a powerful signal. And the mouth, a genuine, happy smile often, called a Duchenne. Smile involves the entire face. It crinkles the corners of the eyes. A fake or polite smile, that usually only involves the mouth. It doesn't reach the eyes. And then there are the micro-expressions we mentioned. These are split-second flashes of raw emotion, a quick grimace of fear, a flicker of anger, a brief flash of joy that leak out before the brain can consciously hide them. Learning to spot these tiny, fleeting expressions is like becoming a human lie detector. It's a skill that requires practice, but it's incredibly powerful in negotiations, conversations, and everyday interactions. Here's the key. Don't judge just one signal. A single gesture can be misleading. Someone crossing their arms might just be cold. But when you see signals in groups or clusters, that's when you can draw a reliable conclusion. For example, crossed arms combined with avoiding eye contact and leaning away. That's a strong cluster for defensiveness or discomfort. On the other hand, if someone is nodding, leaning in, and unconsciously mirroring your movements, that's a cluster that signals engagement and connection. They're on the same wavelength as you. What about hands stuffed in pockets, hunched shoulders, and eyes looking down at the floor? That cluster screams insecurity or unease. Remember, one gesture is just a word, but a cluster of gestures is a full sentence. Always look for the story the whole body is telling, not just one isolated clue. All right, let's flip the script. How do you use this knowledge to project confidence and power with your own body language? First, stand tall with your feet about shoulder width apart. This power pose takes up space and signals presence. Keep your shoulders back and your chest open. This not only looks confident, but also helps you breathe more deeply, which calms your nerves. Use hand gestures that are open and purposeful. Avoid fidgeting or hiding your hands. Use them to emphasize your points, with palms facing upwards to show openness. And master eye contact. You don't want a creepy stare down, but aim for a steady, friendly presence. Hold contact for a few seconds, look away briefly, then These signals don't just make others see you as more confident. Psychology shows they actually make you feel more confident too. It's called the embodiment effect. Your body can change your mind. Try it before your next big meeting. Sometimes, people's words say one thing, but their body screams another. Your job is to spot these contradictions. This is where you find the hidden truth. For example, your friend says, "I'm fine," but you notice them tightening their jaw or clenching their neck muscles. Their body is telling you they are anything but fine. Or a colleague agrees to a proposal by nodding their head, but as they say yes, you catch a tiny, almost imperceptible head shake. No, that signals internal conflict or hesitation. Another classic is the smile paired with clenched fists. The mouth is saying, "I'm happy," but the fists are betraying suppressed anger or frustration. The body whispers what the mouth doesn't dare to say. When you see a mismatch between verbal and nonverbal signals, always trust the nonverbal. It's much harder to fake. So, now you know the fundamentals of how to read anyone's body language in seconds. From the fleeting micro-expressions on their face, to the subtle positioning of their feet, from projecting your own confidence with power cues, to spotting the hidden contradictions in others you. V got the tools to see the truth behind the words. This isn't just a cool party trick. It's a skill that will deepen your understanding of everyone you meet. If you found this eye-opening, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, share it with a friend who'd love this, and be sure to subscribe for more psychology insights every week. This is the Psyche Corner, where we decode the mind together. Until next time, watch carefully, because people are always speaking, even when they're silent. Thanks for watching.